was stood right here earlier in the afternoon. I came across a video of these group of girls who are dancers, I believe, in Brazil. And there's this trend going on right now where a bunch of friendship groups do the dance to Sorry by Justin Bieber, and that was created by one of my favorite choreographers, Paris. I'm gonna put her last name here because I forget. Paris. Yeah. I love that dance so much. It brings me such beautiful memories from 10 years ago when I was in Malaysia with my best friends. And just generally that was such a difficult but great time in my life. And I was watching these group of friends, and I love this trend already because sometimes I read the comments, and one of my favorite ones that I read was, "This is how I imagined teenagehood would be." And I just love when the girls are having fun, when they're being carefree and whimsical and beautiful. I watched it 3 times, and at first I was laughing and I was brought to tears because I'm trying not to cry now and I don't have as much space actually, so I need to get this done soon. But it brought me to tears because I was having so much joy experiencing these people's joys and seeing friendship and love in this way. I don't know if they love each other, but surely that was friendship. And it made me laugh so hard, and then I realized I was crying so profusely, and it was a sort of crying I've not had in a while. But I was crying literally, and one thing was stuck in my head. I almost wasn't here for this. This simple thing of watching this video of people being so full of life and beautiful. I almost didn't see this. I've had some really dark thoughts and stuff recently, and I almost did something really foolish, and it made me realize and frame how serious that is. I'm thinking about my niece and my sisters and my family and all the beautiful things that are happening right now that I could have missed if I did something really foolish. I debated whether or not I should make this video, but I think the whole point of this diary is to be kind of real to myself and how really difficult my life has been recently. So this is a message to you. If you are watching this and you're struggling and you might do something silly, let's talk through it. Let's challenge those thoughts, because you don't know what you could be missing and you need to be here for it. You don't even know how great things could be, but you need to be here for it, okay? You'll get through this, I promise. Come on, man. I just had the most wholesome interaction in the bookshop. I'm so happy. Gosh. Maybe I'll talk about it later, but it was really good. Today I was volunteering at the bookstore, and these two people came in, and at first I was helping them find books. I got to talking to one of them, found out that they were living in Manchester, and they come from the Middle East, in that particular country. I don't know if I should say but that particular country, if you were trans or queer, you basically, it's illegal, so you get thrown to jail or worse, and that's why they moved here. I mentioned that my mom used to live in that country, and so we were talking about it a little bit. I also mentioned that I was from the Philippines. The other person overheard and came and told me a story. He said, I have a friend, a trans woman living now in Manchester, who tells a story about when they were living in Kuwait back in I think sometime in the 60s or 70s or 80s. Obviously, being queer was so criminalized, especially if you were trans, that they've had to remain hidden. And one of the communities where they didn't feel the need to hide that was the Filipino community in Kuwait. He said that they were accepted so wholeheartedly that they frequented businesses where Filipinos were Filipino businesses or Filipino places to eat, etc. That's just where they felt safe. And this went on for so long, and it got so deep that they eventually learned how to speak Filipino language. I'm assuming that's Tagalog because it's the most common, but there are other languages in the Philippines, I'm not sure. But yeah, that was such a beautiful, wholesome story. And I also lamented on the fact that stories like that, I reckon, obviously I had no idea, but I'm not sure if it's commonly known, but stories like that very rarely get told, especially through literature or maybe even books, from my knowledge anyway. So the only way that stories like that can be kept alive is through oral storytelling, like we just did. So I felt like that moment, it really reinforced something special, and helped validate that story was real and beautiful and really, really great. Obviously, I'm queer myself, so it's so beautiful. It's so beautiful to hear that story. It makes me proud to be Filipino, to be able to, hear stories like that. It's really, really beautiful. So here's to the queer community and the Filipino community. Yeah. Just got back from choir. Right now we're doing a mashup of two Rihanna songs, We Found Love and Diamonds. It's very, very cool. Hello.
Yeah? Who's talking to?
The camera.
Oh.
This just brings back memories being 15, playing year 10. In the light, we were standing side by side as the shadow crosses mine. What it takes to come alive. It's the way I feel it, I just can't deny. We found love in a hopeless place. Calvin Harris ate with this. What can I say? This place. This is not what my part is. It's not all the way in the tune, but I just thought when you're learning a song, especially if you've got a specific arrangement, but you know the song very well, just get it out of your system. Just sing the whole song, and then you're ready to learn a new version for your choir. So that's what I'm doing right now. It's like exercising the demon that is We Found Love original in tune version. You could tell choir was very fun today. I came back in a really, really good mood. Yeah, I love choir.